Hey fam, I hope you guys are doing good. My name is Sabik Pixar, aka members of GeniusVybz. So I'm doing a series of tutorial to show you a little bit how I use the MPC, like what's my workflow. This tutorial is going to be divided in 7 main parts. So it's like the first part I'm gonna show you the user interface of the MPC. The second part I'm gonna show you how I find the BPM of whatever beat I'm making. The third part I'm gonna show you how I go with sequencing my drums. The fourth part I'm gonna show you how I play my 808 on my beat and my bass. The fifth part or the five part, I don't even know how to say it anymore. I'm gonna show you how I sequence my beat. You guys stay tuned and yes, let's get along with this. So this is the main interface. So I'm gonna show you a little bit the user interface. So here, whenever you load in a project in MPC, that's how it shows up. So you have your main button, your browser, your track, and on this track you can settle the mix level and put the effect. You have the track mute, you can mute your track here super quick. And then if you hit the menu, you have all those button as shortcuts. So you can hit this menu and then have access to those same button you have here. So like this is channel mix. So instead of doing this and hitting channel mix, I can just hit track mix here and it brings me back to the sorry, I can just hit track mix here and then it brings me back to the channel mix. I can just hit this and it brings me back to the channel mix. And then there's this shift button which brings you back to the different section of those shortcuts. So this main button has a grid button. So if I hit shift and grid, it brings me to the grid. If I hit browse, it goes into browse. If I hit shift and browse, it takes me back to saving. So you have each button have like two different level, you know. Here you have the queue length. So on the MPC, there's like 4 queue lengths. So he these parameters has a can trigger some stuff, and whenever you hit the second queue length, it goes to the second row of queue length. You hit this queue length, it goes to the third row of queue length. You hit this, it goes to the fourth row of queue length, and you hit this, it go to the fourth row of queue length. So that's for the queue length. And then here you have the full level. So that's for whenever you're triggering your pad. When you hit full level, because those pads are like velocity sensitive. So when you hit the full level, it doesn't matter if you hit it hard or slightly, it's gonna be hard, you know. And then if you hit half level, so instead of doing double tap and go to half level, I could have just hit shift and then half level, and that would have shows the second layer of function associated to this button, you know. So when you hit this, it just brings it to a half level. Okay, if I hit full level, that's full level, so it's stronger. It doesn't matter how I hit the pad, you know. Then you have 16 level. What 16 level does is whatever pad you are on to now, like you can choose what type of 16 level you want, either the velocity or the tune or the filter or the layer. So the velocity is, let's say you hit this kick and you hit velocity, that means the kick is gonna be like triggered velocity, like within the velocity, like sensitively. So the higher you go, stronger your kick will be. So that's for like some type of playing you are trying to get, you know. Then here under the 16 level, you have a note function. The note function is like a scale and chord mode. So that brings you like some scale function and chord function. And whenever you hit your pad here, it stays on the key or the scale of the scale you chose. So here is in A major. So whatever I be hitting will stay A major. But right now I'm on the drum pad, that's why it's not affecting, you know. And then you have copy, delete. So just keep in mind, whatever you see here, like regarding the buttons, has two functions. Most of them has two functions. And to have access to them, either you hit the shift button in the second function, or you just double tap and that brings you to the second function. So if I hit it once, it's just the main. If I hit it once, it just browse. If I hit this one, it just track mute. I hit this one, it's track mute. But if I hit twice, it takes me to the pad mute. If I hit shift before hitting that, it takes me to the pad mute. So that's how this works. Okay, and you have banks, right? Bank is where that bank is like a combination of 16 pads, and then you can like have up to like I think 16 if I'm not wrong. A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8, you can have up to 8 pads. So 8 times 16, that gives you a lot, like a lot of songs you can play with. Okay. So if you hit B, you're changing your bank, you hit C, you changing your bank. You hit D, you change your bank. And like I said, if you want to go to the other bank, you just double tap, or you just hit Shift and then tap. Okay, or Shift and tap. That's it. Okay. So that's literally the user interface. That's literally it. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you tomorrow for the next part.